humans are to the Milky Way or Earth as Chinkians are to Chinkia. So Chinkians look very similar to humans. I mean, in a sense, it's just a parallel universe. So a lot of things are very similar, but the main difference between Chinkians and humans are their anatomy. Of course, the anatomy has to be different. They're from an entirely different dimension, so that's very important for them. So Chinkians have 3 hearts. The largest heart controls emotion, love, connection to any living thing, and that's anything from plants to animals to other creatures to humans to Chinkians to everything that has a shelf life. Anything that can live, that can be born and die. Chinkians have a connection to. They can communicate, do everything with it. And it also controls energy. And then the medium-sized heart controls the blood and, you know, all the cardiovascular stuff that a normal human heart does. And the smallest heart is just there really to fix anything if anything goes wrong. So when a Chinkian is born, they're normally born with too much love and too much like emotion and too much energy to kind of settle in them. So a spirit is born with them called the 3-faced Kayo. And Kayo means heart from Chinkia. So in a lot of my work, especially like this one right here, which is called Remember the 3-faced Kayo, I hide Kayos in it, the faces of the Kayo, to give the spirit to somebody. Because if a Chinkian draws these faces, they're physically giving a piece of their spirit to the person who has the painting. And this will allow that person, this will give that person really good luck and good luck with love and good fortune and the brightest future they can possibly imagine. It gives them the power of Chinkia, even if they're not Chinkians. So it's really especially powerful for humans. So I like to put that on all of my work and hide it in every piece I can, so that every single person who experiences my work has the chance to change their destiny, to give them a chance to live with the utmost amount of light they possibly can. And with, next to the 3-faced Kayo, there's the Brasserie flower, also just known as the flower. So this is an actual flower. A lot of my work looks like flowers, but this piece is a flower. The others aren't. We'll get to that later though. So the Brasserie flower is this incredible flower in Chinkia, and if you have a sore throat or you have a bit of a cold or something, you can chew on the petals of this flower and it'll fix it like almost immediately. Since there are 3 suns, there's very rarely an actual night. So as the sun sets, it quickly rises into an entirely new day. So you see hundreds of sunsets in a lot of amount of time. But the beautiful thing about it is if you take a moment to actually sit and watch the sunset or the sunrise, and you notice how the sun, how it changes the light of everything around you, changes the color of the sky, it changes the color of your skin, your eyes, your hair, your favorite things. You can see that, you know, nothing is the same, and there's this chance for you to witness something remarkable and beautiful at every single second of your life. There's never an excuse to avoid the beauty of reality around you. In Chinkia, since everything is so based off of emotion, energy, light, and all that great stuff, there's no real codes in Chinkia. So writing in Chinkia is rolled off of things called cartoons, which are these explosions of light and energy and color and experience, spirit, all that jazz. I'm an artist. I'm this creative mess of a human. And it's really difficult for me to find a way to survive in society, I guess. And one of my biggest issues, which I feel like a lot of people are feeling, is the entrapment of society. You know, society says you have to, you know, go to a good school, get a good degree, get a good job, and make a lot of money, and then you'll be happy, and then you'll make your parents proud, then you're a success. But is that a success? I don't want to live the rest of my life in a cubicle. I don't want to be 90 and saying I should have traveled the world. As you can read through it, there's each of the worlds, and they're all working together as they do. Now, a very important thing with this piece is you can see the darkness coming up and the light coming down, and there are these two opposing forces, right? And there's a quote written on the back, and it's a very famous Chinkian quote, and it's the fact, it's, you need to starve war. You need to starve the violence and the evils in your life. You cannot feed it negativity. You have to live your life entirely feeding positivity, because and all the light and the good in the world. Because if you sit there and you even just give them a little bit of nibble, a little bit of food, it's gonna take over. So we have two pieces here. On top is reach and below is stretch. And reach is normally a portrait thing, but for this exhibition it's on landscape. No matter which way you show it, it still has the same meaning. It's, you know, it's about the struggles that will pull you down in life and how you have to fight your way through it and pull yourself out and be in this whole new world. Simple as that, that's what the cartoons have to say. I think it's important for each of these pieces to have the colors witnessed. And then oh, okay. So stretch is about having these like experiences that you really want to do and you want to get to, but you kind of push yourself a little too thin maybe, but it's okay in the end. You get there and you're going to do it. You just have to remember, you know, fight through, you got it. Now in Chinkia, there is this mythological being called the Ilka, and it forms itself in 3 different women. And these women are normally unbelievably attractive, like perfect women, and they find their victims and they just play these tricks on them. Like they'll steal their clothes or they'll hide their keys and all this like very harmless, like friendly stuff. But it becomes this entire experience. It's actually very humorous. So in Chinkia there's a saying like, you know, if you lost your keys, you're probably a victim of an Ilka. So I thank you for coming to visit Chinkia with us tonight. There's a lot more that you'll be seeing throughout the future, hopefully. My goal in my life is to make this imagination as a child a reality for the rest of the world. Because Chinkia reminds us to remember the little things in life that are important to all of us, or to, you know, to empower the positivity, to be the best that we very well can be. I feel like a lot of us get really caught up in adulthood. I always call it adulting and say I'm not good at adulting and all that, but we get caught up in adulthood and we forget what made us truly happy in the end. And then we get into this pattern where at one point in our life we sit back and we think, what went wrong? I was so happy at this point, why is it different? And I just want you to remember that it doesn't have to be. Like, there's always an escape. There's always something good waiting for you. You just have to be open to seeing it. Thank you.